What's up everyone, welcome back to Untitled Gaming. My name is Roland and today we're going to be doing some tactical analysis. We're going to watch a demo between Vitality and FaZe Clan in the recent matchup that they had. I've chosen this match to be my first because I was very interested. I haven't watched any matches recently, and demos I haven't watched in months because I just didn't have the time for it, but I will invest some time for this kind of videos. Because I did put up a poll on my YouTube channel and most of you guys wanted me to do it, so I'll just do it. Granted, I'm not familiar with the habits that some of the teams have just because I haven't watched that many demos recently. But the more I do these, the better I'll get at recognizing patterns of certain teams. So that being said, let's jump into it and have a look at what's up here. Yeah, let's go to the pistol round. I don't know, maybe I'll modify the format, maybe I'll do something more fancier in the future. But at the moment I'll keep it like this. We will mostly watch the radar guys, because this is more of a tactical teardown than watching a POV of a player. So you might get turned off by that, but I think that's the way to do it if you want to recognize patterns and want to see tactics. Let's go ahead and see what these teams will do. Looks like it's gonna be a setup. Yeah, smokes on A for FaZe, this was FaZe's map pick in this matchup. So they smoked stairs and jungle. They didn't smoke CT. Maybe they were looking for the fight. They have two P250s, right? Yeah, they had two P250s, so I'm guessing they were looking for the CTs to peek into them from the ramp. Let's see the setup, because Coldzera and yeah, Coldzera, this is a nice setup because they smoked A. You can see here they smoked A, but they had two P250s, one on Olaf and one on Coldzera. And Coldzera is gonna walk out on Palace, and Olaf is gonna walk out from ramp, which gives a lot of power to those P250s. And because they smoked stairs and jungle, I mean, the thing that they have to worry about the most is CT. This is a nice setup, nice plan here. Let's see if it's working out though. I mean, the tactic itself is good, regardless of if it's gonna work in this round or not. This is super interesting. I haven't watched demos in a while, so every time I just get a hard on when I see some nice tactics, man. It's gonna be a retake though. It's gonna be hard for FaZe to hold this off, but Kirby takes out Apex. They are pushing. Yeah, yep, that's it. The retake was very good from Vitality, but the initial plan is quite awesome. Was quite awesome from FaZe. Yeah, I want to see. I paid more attention to the T's. Let's pay attention to the CTs. I want to see how they retake this, because they did lose some players at the entry. I'm gonna watch the radar mostly. Saibu takes out Rain from Sandwich. Then Apex peeks in. No. Okay, RPK. Oh, he killed one. Okay, from CT. And then they moved in. Okay, that's the pistol round. Yeah, fair enough. Then they did a 2-2 retake. Okay, let's move ahead. Pull it back. Alright, round number 2. Most of the times I'm gonna be watching the T sides when I do these, because that's where the tactics are more relevant and more, how do I say it? More important. Looks like FaZe forced up here. They're gonna go with 4 people in the middle. They're gonna fight for mid control, while Coldzera is lurking in the apps. Okay, now that they have mid control, let's see what's gonna cook up next. I don't know exactly who calls for FaZe. I'm guessing Coldzera, or maybe Coldzera and Olaf. But I gotta say, I'm interested to see how FaZe will work now without Nico, because you know the Tyrant has left. the house, so maybe this will motivate them. Maybe this will motivate them to perform better. I'm hoping it will piss off Corsair and then it will help him push the team. Now Vitality did a double push here in the apps. I remember back a few months ago when I posted a few videos about demos. I remember they did this a lot, where they would push B apps or Palace with 2 people. So they caught Olaf, but they're gonna go on A. So it seems, with Kirby going from jungle and 2 from connector. And now Coldzera with the lurk. Come on. Jumped out of apps. He can catch RPK here. Oh. The plan was good, but RPK, man. Let's see that again. From the veteran of the team. Counter-terrorists win. The plan worked out pretty well, but RPK was not having it on this day, on this round. He said, no, today I'm gonna stomp you. I'm the tank and I'm gonna walk all over you. Very nice. 3k? 4k? At least 3, right? Oh my god, 4k, that's very good from RPK. Excellent. Okay. Alright, full buy on both sides. First real weapon round. Round number 4. I skipped the previous round. I'm gonna do this a lot because if it's an irrelevant round where you can't see anything, you can't see anything interesting, then I'm gonna skip them just to save time for you guys and myself. Yeah, you see they pushed in Palace, 2 of them, as I said. Well, sometimes they do it in B-App, sometimes they do it in Palace. But Brookie is just pushing in here. He got the opening on Misuta. And now the site is in danger. But Apex is still here. Oh, Apex is doing some heavy lifting. Oh my god. This was a quick round. But I like how they reacted. Like when they saw that Vitality pushed with 2 people, Brookie pushed. I don't know if he pushed, he just waited. Let's see, actually. He just waited for a peek on B-Apps, I guess. And once he got the entrance, he just went for it. Oh no, he actually pushed and peeked. He just caught Misuta. Okay. So this is more of a reactionary play from FaZe, which is their plate. That's what they usually do. I mean, Apex did the job here. He won the round for them here. And that's the round. That's the round. Vitality pushed with 2 people. And then Apex held the line very good here. And that was the downfall of FaZe. Okay, let's go to the next one. Boom! Round number 5. Full buy from both teams. Let's see this time what they'll do. I guess it's a mid setup. Yeah. Olaf has his default position here in apps. Holding some underpass pushes. Underpush. Olaf and Coldzera usually hold the flanks from what I can see here, and then the rest of the guys are playing around, which is something that they did like a few months ago also. They would play in middle a lot, fighting for it. They did take out Zaiwu. I missed that one, so my bad. But that's besides the point a little bit. Okay, now that they have middle, Rain does this a lot where he pushes in connector. I remember when I watched, as I said a few months ago, he would do this quite often. So there are some tendencies here that are still alive and well. I'm sure if I can notice them, then the pros can notice them also. Now Misuta again pushed in and B apps this time. And he got one. But then he got traded, and now this is an opening for FaZe. I like this proactive plays from Vitality, but it's risky, so you know, you win some, you lose some. But I like that they are proactive. They don't just stay back and wait for potatoes, you know. I think this is the way to play. I like the way they play it. It can definitely backfire if the enemy knows. If the enemy is familiar with your pattern, with your habits, so to say, it can backfire, because then they can wait for the pushes. But even so, sometimes if you have a well-timed pop flash, then there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, that was round number 5. Let's go to round 6. Straight into round 6. Not much to say tactically there. They took middle, and then they just reacted on what happened on the map. They traded Misuta, and then they opted to go B quickly. Zaiwu gets one through the smoke. And again, the similar setup here as the previous round. If you can see, this time Olaf pushed underpass a little bit. Dropped a nade on Apex in the window. But then he's back to his spot. Corsair the same. So more of a default setup here for FaZe in these rounds. This is somewhat of a force buy here from FaZe Clan. If they lose this, then they won't have any money next round. But if they win this, then they can break the economy of Vitality. Vitality tried to retake middle here with a pop flash, but there was nobody home. Only Brookie behind the boxes in middle, so they didn't catch anybody. Now let's see how they react to this. They react by leaving mid opened, holding it very defensively, and then they pushed shocks to B. So they didn't see anything here, and they said, okay, let's move one guy here, which is shocks in this position. And they did it well, because look at this. FaZe is gonna push in B now. Oh, Olaf does a good job here. Let's see if Masuta can hold them off. No, he dinks Corsair and takes out one, which is pretty respectable, but it might not be enough. But RPK is okay. Oh. Oh my god, that was so close. He dinked Kierby also. That was so close. That's about the round. Initially, FaZe played the same. Wanted to take middle, but then they lost a man. And then they regrouped towards B. As soon as that was happening, Brookie was here. Vitality did a pop flash, and they did an aggressive peek in middle. They didn't see anybody, so they rotated shocks to B, and that's exactly where FaZe went. So, Unluku. But, even though Vitality was prepared for the attack, they didn't manage to win the round. Which is, you know, sometimes you have the best tactics and you do everything right, but you still lose the round. That happens in CS a lot, man. So they can't really blame themselves tactically about that. So this time it's again a mid control play, but the difference is, you see, there's not 3 guys in top mid. Kierby went underpass. That's the only difference this round, as opposed to the other rounds where FaZe was taking middle, top mid, and leaving Olaf and Corsair on the flanks. Now it looks like it's gonna be an A hit. They managed to sneak inside well in connector here with 2 people, so they're executing on A. RPK is all by himself. It is an eco round though for Vitality, so we're gonna stop here. So round number 8. Full buy on both sides, 4-3. Let's see. Yeah, the same default setup from what you can see. 3 guys top mid, Olaf and Cold on the flanks. I guess this is the way that FaZe just plays Mirage. They do this a lot, where they take mid control, and then they see what they can do from there, you know. This time Kierby went with the guys in the boxes, top mid. They didn't go underpass, while Olaf is holding the apps. Looks like something similar to the previous round, maybe, because Olaf is going. Yeah, this time Olaf will go into T spawn though. Maybe drop some smokes on A and push in A. I don't know. We'll see. Kirby is in the ladder room. How did he get in here? Oh my god, Kirby. You gotta update your software on that mouse, man. Those shakes need to be more precise. How did he manage to go in there? I want to see that though. So let's see him. If he just walk in, because then Misuta, my friend, you're off the team. I mean, I guess you cannot peek deep there, because it's pretty dangerous if you're Misuta. Yep, he just walked in. Yeah. I think Kirby was quick on the trigger here. He could have waited a little bit and maybe get more players. But regardless, he took out one guy, which is good on the T side. As I said, FaZe is gonna regroup on A. They have smokes. Just one smoke on Brookie. Brookie the rookie. Yeah, and that's kind of the round. They took mid control again. Then they were gathering on A. Kirby did a good job in taking out the guy in B, because then it provoked a little bit of chaos, obviously, in the Vitality defenses. And that's the round. Here we go. Round 9. This might not make it to the video, just because it's a full eco. They have some pistols and they have the saved AK from Shocks from the previous round, but nothing serious. Now finally we see something different here for FaZe. They get two guys on the flanks and only Rain in mid. A little bit of a different setup. Maybe they were expecting, they were maybe doing this setup just to trade the eventual or possible double push by Vitality that they did either in B-Apps or in Palace. I think that's what they were doing. That might be the thing that they were thinking about when they made this move, because I'm sure they know that Vitality does this every now and then. So maybe they thought that the timing was right for that, and that's why they did this. Now Kirby rotated from the stairs and underpass. He's in middle now, and by the looks of it, I don't know. It can still be either way, but they're gonna infiltrate connector again with Rain, and theoretically this should be an A hit, but it might be an A fake, and then they go B. No, it's the same setup as a few rounds ago. RPK takes out one guy. Yeah, that's it. They wrap up and then they take the site. I think at this point in time, Shocks might be thinking of saving that weapon. No, looks like they were gonna go for it. Are they gonna go for it? Oh, okay. Nah. They're testing the water, I think, here. Shocks is just holding in case Misuta manages to do something, they will push in, otherwise there's no point. Yeah, no time there. I think it's time to save for Shocks. Round number 10. Full buy on both sides. Different setup. Very different setup from FaZe now. 3 guys in ramp. Probably a smoke. Yeah, Corsair is setting up the smoke for jungle. Yeah, jungle. My jungle smoke is a different angle, but whatever. It might be actually a stair smoke. No, it's a jungle smoke. Straight up execute here with smokes. They leave city open again. So they leave city open for the duel. I guess from Brookie with the op. They leave it open so Brookie can peek and CT and take out the CT guy. Now they stopped a little bit here. I mean, at this point in time, it's just reactionary play. The initial plan was to smoke A and to push in, but it's interesting to see that they leave CT open sometimes. They don't smoke it so that they can take the duel there. Now, very smartly, Kirby rotates towards B, and that's gonna be the round here, I guess. I don't think Shux is gonna do anything special here. Yeah, he's gonna run to save. And that takes us to round number 11. 7-11. Again, full buy for both sides. Is it the rush B? Very heavy setup here towards B. So this is the second round in a row where FaZe do something different. They don't play the default take mid and then see what happens stuff. They show some presence on B with Brookie going fast, but I think he went fast to peek the CT guy, the probable CT guy that will peek. Now that didn't happen, I think that was the plan. I guess I think that was the plan. If Brookie catches one guy, then they rush in B, but that didn't happen. So now they regroup towards middle. And they do their usual shenanigans, or they just sit and look at what happens on the map, and from here they will just react, depending on where they catch people off guard. That they'll just react. They took out one guy in window, and Shux. Oh, this is, yeah. At this point in time, it was chaos. They were focusing, Vitality was focusing on middle. And Olaf with a very nice frag towards the B guy. I think it was Masuta. And that's the round. Just reactionary play from FaZe. Okay, let's go round number 13. Shock was pushing underpass, he caught Kirby. Otherwise, FaZe's move was similar to the previous round, I can't remember exactly which round, where they push two peoples on the flanks and they put Rain in top mid. But now that Shocks took out Kirby, Olaf is showing some presence here, but it's a 4v4, which theoretically is good for the T side. Looks like they're gonna gather up on B by the look of things. The thing is though, let me yeah, I'll highlight some things after the round ends. Actually I'm gonna highlight it now. You can see I think this is what they're trying to do. Not right though, not sure. You can see even if they plan on going B, they throw the same smokes as when they push usually A. Because when they push and they want to take mid control and then they want to take A, they throw the same smoke here and here, obviously. And then they infiltrate two guys in connector and then they just push in. And this time they pushed in B, but by throwing these smokes, it's gonna, theoretically, the plan is that you make Vitality players to think that, oh, it's gonna be an A push again. So it's a very confusing, not very, but it is a confusing thing for Vitality, because it makes the it makes it harder to read the round, and then it gives FaZe an advantage. And I think that's what happened here. But they just pushed B this time. That's an interesting little nugget there for you. Okay, round 14. Let's go, baby. Rain is gonna show some presence here. He's gonna smoke and nade connector. Okay, this is the first time you see this setup from FaZe. 2 guys mid, 2 guys B. And Coldzera he likes the palace, man. He's a king, he likes palaces. He's always in the palace. Rain takes out Zaiwu on short, and then Brookie also takes out one guy in mid. Now this is the kind of setup then where you just wait and see what happens. And that's what FaZe did, and they took out 2 guys in middle, and as soon as that happened, Coldzera did a very nicely timed peek here. Which that's his job, that's the lurker's job, right? To have a good timing and to take out people. Which he did here, so props to him. And that's the round, I guess. Okay, last round of the half. Vitality has a decent buy. Let's see, maybe they will do one of those double pushes somewhere. In Palace or in B. Oh, they are gonna do that. Yep, but you see, this is I wanna pause this. This is exactly what I was talking about first time I saw FaZe Clan pushing with 2 people here. They are doing it so that they can expect a possible push from Vitality. So when you do this every now and then, teams are gonna expect it, and that's what happened here. And FaZe did a very good job in countering this timed push from Vitality sometimes. It's interesting to see that they did this while they had some limited weaponry on some of the players. So it would be nice to see a statistic where you could see these types of round for Vitality and how often do they push in apps while they have this kind of buy. But maybe they will be better at noticing that in the future. Meanwhile, is one of the FaZe Clan's defaults, I would say, at this point in time, because they did this a few times in this match where they push with Rain in top mid. And then they have the 2 players on the flank. Now this time Rain gets taken out, and but it is a 4-on-3. That's a very hard thing to do, to play if you're a CT. And this is, I guess, Apex is doing the best thing that he can do. You push for information, you get the bomb. Now things might get interesting, but when you are outnumbered, I think that's the best thing to do, to just gamble and try to push one side of the map. And then you get some information, and then you can push the other players in the right spots, right? That's the ideal thing to do, I think. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I think that offers you the best chances of success. And yeah, FaZe is kind of throwing this round away. Although Olaf does a very good job in trading that. That was a very hard frag to get. Now it's a 1-on-1. I think the reason why I say that FaZe threw the round away is that the first player, KRB, he pushed by himself. The other player was way back here, and the possibility for a refrag was not existent. I think KRB should have waited for his teammate, and then they should push together for trades. Because once you trade, it's easy peasy, right? And this is how you lose a 3v5. 3v5? 3v4? Yeah, it was a 3v5 initially. They threw hard on this round, FaZe. It was also a good job by Vitality, I think. Apex's push here was vital for this round's success, because he got the bomber. So they did the right thing, and the timing was right for them, so they won the round, I guess. Alright, pistol round. Let's see how Vitality tackles this obstacle, because this is an obstacle. 5 rounds on the CT side is not the brightest of things. Looks like Zaiwu has a P250 in ramp. He's gonna be the entry fragger. Yeah, Vitality does something similar to what FaZe did, where they smoke. They only smoke connector though. They'll leave jungle and stairs open, and then they push, peeking into the CT guys. Zaiwu did a good job in taking the entry frag, and he frags another one. But tactic-wise, it was similar, with the difference of with the difference that Vitality only smoked this part, while FaZe smoked the stairs and connector, and they left only CT opened. Okay, round number 17. FaZe forced. Somewhat forced. Brookie only with a scout, saving for that op. Vitality is playing a quick middle to short push. There are two players here, but the Flash takes care of them. The Flash and ZywOo. So it was a pretty basic. One guy pushed through Palace in B, and the rest of them pushed short. That was the plan for this round. Very quick round, which I don't mind. I guess I like the quick rounds on against pistols. You don't want to drag it out, because then sometimes if the CT is forced, then you will get one digged and stuff like that, and things might get awkward. But this way, I think it's it helps increase the chances of you not getting ecoed. Okay, back into action. Round number 18. Apex takes out Olaf. They peeked. They wanted to peek in window. A lot of smokes, and the same stuff as in the previous round. They do the exact same thing. And it looks like it's gonna work. So this is just a basic push, I guess. But it's an efficient push, so they win the round, I guess. Round number 19. Let's see if Vitality will opt for something more in-depth this time. I don't know. We'll see. They still have the force, but what do you call it? Yeah, whatever. They have their first weapon buy, so they still have Mac-10s, they still have Galils, which would favor a B push. Let's see what they're doing. They're taking middle with two guys underpass and Apex on top, while the other two guys are in B. I'm guessing it's gonna be a short to B, with 3 guys short and 2 guys in apps again. I don't know. But by the looks of it, by the look of this setup, I think they're gonna be playing on B again. FaZe, meanwhile, leaves middle very open, and they choose to play with only Kirby in jungle, watching any possible boosts or connector pushes, while they keep 2 guys in both sides. Rookie has the entry, and now Olaf hears the sound here, so they know that it's a B push. Rookie does a very good job in killing 2 people. Now he's pushing it a little bit, but he gets the frag. Rookie did a solid job holding this push off. But now Vitality will have a full buy with AKs and stuff, so let's see what happens next. I'm gonna just push it a little bit forward, because it's a long match. I know I said that I would cut these videos down to like 20 minutes or so, but it's hard to do a proper match analysis in 20 minutes when the match is like 1 hour and 20. So it is what it is, guys. Hopefully you'll still find some good information and enjoyment out of these. Now this is more of an A setup, with 3 guys middle, 1 ramp, 1 palace. So they're gonna be pushing A. Very fast rounds from Vitality. They're playing more aggressive and a quicker game than FaZe did on their T side. It's a very, very aggressive and chaotic play. Chaotic for the CTs, I mean, to play against. Now FaZe Clan has 3 people in CT, which is not very smart. Olaf realizes this and he opts to go, he tries to go jungle, so that they can retake from more angles. He might get ZywOo here. Yep. ZywOo was low on HP, so that was hard for ZywOo to tackle. Yeah, pretty basic, pretty fast setup here, with 3 people in middle pushing connector, 1 palace and 1 ramp for Vitality. So let's move on. Round number 21. Rush B? Yeah, Ruski B suka. They got 2 Mac-10s, so I guess that's the play to do. That's the way to go. Yep, that's it. Rush B. But FaZe is prepared for this. with 3 guys in B. Solid lockdown. I wonder what made them guess this, or what made them put 3 people in B. Let me just see the beginning of the round. Is there a certain pattern? I mean, it would be hard to recognize a pattern for me if I would see it. With regarding FaZe reading the game that it's gonna be a B rush, because they also did a decent job at smoking middle. Vitality did a good job at smoking middle. I want to see FaZe's perspective here, because I was watching more Vitality. So they don't have any information. I guess they just gamble here. They have some sort of read of the opponents. Maybe this is a thing that Vitality likes to do every now and then, like with the Palace rushes, Palace pushes as CT, where they rush rush B at a certain point in time. And if that's the case, then I think FaZe did a good job in reading them. Again, FaZe has had a few rounds like this, so that's interesting to see. All right, round number 23. Full buy on both sides. Not the best of buys for Vitality with 3 Galils, but it's still a respectable buy. This time is gonna be a A-oriented setup. 2 people ramp, 1 Palace, 2 people connector. It's a decent spread. Again though, FaZe is ready for this, with 4 people focusing on A/middle. So I wonder if it's some sort of read here from FaZe. I'm really curious. Because they guessed the B rush and now they guessed the A push. So there might be some patterns here that they recognized, which... Here we go! Round number 25. Again, a harsh buy, I would say, for Vitality, but Kirby is just peeking by himself. And he gets wrecked by the people in middle. I think, therefore I am. Let's pull it back and watch Kirby's POV a little bit. I think if he was by himself, I think this was a mistake to peek into, but I do this peek myself sometimes, so yeah, it happens when you get caught. Vitality setup though, 3 people mid, 1 underpass and 1 ramp. As you can see guys, it still takes an eternity to roll back fucking demos, because Valve is just a beautiful, beautiful company. So let me see. Oh no, okay, so they pop flashed, but Vitality was just too good in hiding and then re-peeking them. So that's not a mistake from Kirby, obviously. He got some flashes, he peeked, but he got wrecked, so that's unfortunate. Now that they took out 1 guy on A, let's see what Vitality chooses to do here. It's still up to debate. They could fake A and go B, because that would be I think that would be the smartest thing to do. Rain pushes ramp, and then Brookie takes out Ticket. Looks like it's gonna be an A push. I say, let me just pause and explain the thing that I said before. I think it would be a smart thing to fake A and go B, because you take out 1 guy on A, right? So the A defenses are weakened by this. So obviously you will have to rotate 1 guy from B, or the window guy, depending on who got taken out. You have to rotate him on A and be more mindful of A, so that creates gaps in the B area. And if you fake A, then it's definitely gonna be well guarded by the CTs, and then it leaves the B defenses open, so you can rush B, you know. But meanwhile, they peeked into CT players and then they died. So now it's Yeah, it's just dying one by Vitality. And it's a 2v5, man. Apex in a 1-on-4. Okay, we already know how this is gonna go, but this is a round which FaZe should have won. Due to the, I think Vitality did some mistakes here because they were peeking in all sorts of angles and they lost all the duels. But Captain Planet here is gonna save the day. Yep. Very, very nice by Shocks. By Apex. Alright, round number 26. Vitality still has a potato buy. 4 Galils. Okay, 3 guys in Palace. 3 guys in Palace for the French. 1 top mid and 1 ramp. I think it's gonna be a rush from Palace, yeah. I wonder how much of this decision of pushing like this was because of the weaponry they had. I wonder how much, because they pushed with the Galils. Let's go, 28! A 2-1-2 from what I can see. Maybe Zaiwu and Misuta will push underpass, yep. While Apex is waiting for possible top mid pushes. Very similar to the previous round. Which the previous round was an eco round for FaZe, so that's why I didn't put it in. But now they're doing the same thing on the weapon round. Which might be unexpected for FaZe, and maybe that's why they are doing it. Maybe that's why Vitality is doing this. Zaiwu catches Kirby there. Now it's gonna be a D8 push again. Yeah, same tactic. 2 guys underpass, 1 mid, 1 ramp on Palace, and then they just push in and they take the frags 1 by 1, looks like it, and they're gonna win the round, I guess, eventually. So let's move on to the next one. Here we go, 29. It's interesting to see the difference between the playstyles in FaZe and Vitality. While FaZe was taking it a little bit slower and more meticulous, FaZe is at least in the beginning, they were playing fast Counter-Strike. Okay, last round. Three people towards top mid, they're waiting for a push from FaZe here. Okay, they're gonna do a run boost. Oh, it's a one-on-one trade, which is not very favorable for the CT side. They also take out Brookie. Zaiwu was holding connector, I guess, while the other 2 were run boosting, which is a good setup. And they win the middle battle. Now this leaves them in a 4v3. They fall back towards A, which I think was the side that they were gonna push anyway, eventually, because they had the similar setup. This is the 3rd round in a row now, with 1 Palace, 1 ramp, and 3 middle. Granted, this time the guys in middle didn't come from underpass. They were just rushing from T-spawn towards middle. Now they're gonna push A, and they're gonna win eventually the round. Okay, here we go. First OT round. Obviously full buys. 2-1-2. I'm guessing RPK and Misuta will go underpass again. Yeah? Yeah. It's the same setup for the 4th round in a row for Vitality. But it worked, so I guess they're not gonna change anything. RPK turns around this time though. Okay, we see something different in the pattern, in the matrix. I think he's only holding for possible pushes, because they're doing the same thing for the 4th round in a row, right? So they might expect some pushes in the angles that they don't usually watch. And that's why RPK is here now. To create some anarchy, some chaos on the map. With that flash and molly, that's enough for them to create something different, you know, from what they did in the past, in the previous rounds. And that might make FaZe think that they're gonna hit a different site, or they're gonna do a different move, but actually they're gonna do the exact same move, which is the push A. With the exception of the fact that only RPK is gonna push eventually in connector. He's gonna go late, I guess. He's gonna be the lurker. Let's see if FaZe is ready for this setup. Rain takes out 2. Oh man, Rain takes out 3. Rain is so great, so good. I think he found his form again. I wonder why. I wonder why. RPK takes out Cold. That's the round. Here we go, round number 32. Okay, they just don't care. This time it's gonna be a straight A execute with 3 guys in Palace. So they do this now also. I guess I answered my question previously with the Galils, when they push 3 guys with the Galils in Palace. Now they're gonna push again, this time with AKs and an AVP. But this time, let's see if they win or they're gonna lose. Last time they won, I think, the round. Oh, perfectly timed pop flash. That was right when Masuda was getting ready to kill Kirby, and that was his frag there. That was a very good flash by whoever threw it. And that's the round, I guess, tactically. Let's see who wins here. There you go. Boom, here we are. 33. Something different this time. Just by the fact that Misuta is joining Apex in middle. But the rest of the setup is the same. ZywOo's rotating from ramp towards middle. So it is a little bit different. Now they're just waiting for possible pushes here. By the looks of it, they're gonna hit A. With 4 people going in connector. I mean, the dangerous part is that the bomb is on ZywOo here. So he can get peeked. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I think if you do that push, I think you should push quicker before the smoke fades in the window. Because if you let the smoke fade, then you can get in trouble, just like Vitality did here. I think that's a mistake on their part, and that costed them the round. Also, ZywOo not dropping the bomb to somebody else there, I think that was a mistake. So let's go ahead a little bit. Oh, there you go. So Vitality did some mistakes there, and it costed them the round eventually. Now, FaZe. Kind of a default round here. Not default exactly. A little bit different, with Brookie on the ramp and Kirby helping out Rain in the middle at the beginning of the round. Now rotating from ramp towards middle, Brookie. Kirby is pushing underpass again, while Olaf is the anchor in this spot, and as I said, King Coldzera is guarding his palace. So they're just waiting for a proactive push here from Vitality. By the look of this setup, they're just waiting for Vitality to do something. Now that they see that that didn't happen, they're gonna finally act on something. They see that Vitality don't do any of their proactive moves. They're gonna go, okay, they're gonna go with 3 people in apps. Palace, not apps. I guess Kirby's gonna throw some utility here. Oh no, he doesn't have utility, so he's not gonna throw anything. He's just gonna peek. Well, Olaf is still in B. I wonder what's the plan there. Oh, he's selling a fake, okay. He was trying to sell a fake because there was 24 seconds left when he was throwing the nades. And FaZe just walked in here, no nades, no nothing. So a dry peek to surprise the Vitality players. And it might work out here. Hard retake for Vitality, 3v2. Especially because they have 2 people in Palace. They won't expect 2 people in Palace, even if they get one out. And that's the round, guys. And that's the match. Boom. It was interesting to see. FaZe has had a little bit of a slower approach to their T side. As opposed to Vitality. Some mistakes on both sides. There were some mistakes. I would say that there were more mistakes on Vitality's side than there were on FaZe. But then Vitality just got bailed by some clutch plays and stuff like that. Granted, this was FaZe's map pick, I think. Yeah, it was FaZe's map pick. So Vitality did a good job putting up a fight, and FaZe did win this match, so props to them. Guys, if you want to see more like this, let me know what matches would you like to see. Also, you can let me know that one. I hope that you find something to your enjoyment in this video. I wish everybody a lovely day, lovely evening, lovely morning, wherever you are. Until next time, stay safe, stay clean, and stay strong.